tonight with Susan Garrett. She's going to address her 10 most frequently asked questions. Hi Susan, welcome to your home.
Hi Helen, I'm happy to be in my home.
Let's get going. Susan, we'll start with April from Arkansas, and she would like to know what got you started in agility.
It's a funny story, April. It actually cracks me up every time I tell this story to anybody.
Don from Detroit is having trouble with his recall. He would like to know what is the best thing to use for a reward for his dog when he comes to him.
You'd be surprised how I went through trials and struggles finding the perfect reward. And when I finally stumbled on it, wow, what impact.
Carol from Coral Gables is having a lot of trouble getting her dog to give her hard nose touches. She wants to know how she can get her dog to press harder into her hand.
You're not alone, Carol, with the need for more pressure. Definitely is something that we see a lot here.
Betty from Belgium has a young border collie that just won't collect when she needs her to, and she says it's cost her many a cue.
When I brought Feature out, and wow, extension, she always just jumped so long, and you know, I didn't think I'd ever get her to collect, but when I finally hit on the ticket, the thing that got it to work.
Kathy from Calgary, or is it Calgary, wants to know the best method for training contacts and whether you think a stop or a run is easier on the dog.
Well, as you may know, I have both a stop and a run on all of my dogs.
Thank you, Susan, for your enlightening response. Sadie from Squim is struggling with loose leash walking. She said she has seen you walking your dogs at trials and would love to know how you get them to walk along so nicely at your side.
That's a common question as well, Sadie. It's a valuable asset to have a dog who will walk right with you at your side.
The next question comes from Lois in Los Angeles. Lois writes, Susan, I have noticed that you use the most amazing tug toys. Where can I get toys like the ones you use?
Tell you what, Lois, we've got some of the greatest tug toys ever made. They come in all different configurations and varieties. I just love them, and I really believe.
Oh, wait, Mel has a fax. Let's see. What do you have, Mel? Thanks, Mel. Oh, this is a great question. The fax is from Heather in Houston, and Heather wants to know, how do I get my dog to be more interested in me than squirrels or rabbit poop?
I get asked that question a lot, Heather. It reminds me of when we were at the World Championships a few years ago, and there was a few of us walking along this path, and I thought it was like concrete pattern with little grass tufts up coming between it. And as we walked along, I saw Encore was off leash and she was ahead, and she flushed out this rabbit, and I realized it wasn't concrete, it was a whole field, a whole park of rabbit poops. It was like there must have been 1,000 rabbits there to have that much poop. We were just walking on this pad of rabbit poop. And Encore flushed the rabbit out, and of course the other dogs were on leash, and they went nuts. They were, you know, and I just said, you know, On, come here, and she turned and came trotting over. And
Nick from Newark says, my dog will not hold his stay at the start line at trials. He's perfect at home. I can't do anything at all to get him to break in practice or in class. Is there anything I can do to fix that?
Wow, Nick, everything starts with your start line and agility. So before you do anything, get a handle on this. It's some investment of your time, but it absolutely is worth the investment. You had that problem with Isabel, didn't you?
I did. I worked hard and I got it fixed.
It was a bear to fix, wasn't it?
It was. Okay, and finally, Susan, to lighten things up just a bit. We have a question from Lucy in Lexington. Lucy wants to know what you eat for breakfast.
As many of you know, I'm vegan, and so I have the same thing every single day of my life for breakfast. It's a concoction that I make. I take it on the road when I go to Europe. I take it everywhere I go, exactly the same thing every single morning, and I think it just empowers me.
Thank you, Susan, for your enlightening response.
Wait a minute. Helen, you haven't let Susan answer a single question.
I haven't?
No, you keep cutting her off.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh. Susan, Could we start over?
Actually, Helen, I have a webinar tonight, so it's been great, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to leave. Thank you so much, and let yourself out, okay?
Susan, wait a minute. We've got a telephone question for you. Jeff Blake from Federal Way's on the line. Please, come back. Okay, Jeff, go ahead, quick.
Hey Susan, I'm sure you're aware of who I am and that I'm the foremost expert in agility video training in the world. And you've seen my comprehensive guide to agility on YouTube, Jeff Blake's Guide to Agility Training. I'm always dying for my next video release, so my question to you is, when are you going to get off your lazy butt and make a contact video so that I can make a video telling people to watch your video and everyone will be happy? Thank you for your time, and I'll take your answer off the air.
Whack job. It's kind of a funny story, April. It's a good one, though. It's worth retelling.
Dawn from Detroit.
That's a funny story, April. How it all got started for me. When I think back on it, man, I still cry.
Dawn from Detroit.
It makes me laugh just thinking about how it all got started for me. She's even laughing before she's interrupting now. Thinking about how it all began.
Dawn from Detroit.
How about you? Let me interview you.